Hello everyone, this is Angela Johnson Ayers here from Confessions of Mommy. Look, I thought that I would, it's the morning time, so good morning. But I figured I would get my face done up, put some makeup on, and talk to you while we do this. So I'm gonna put these locks back. I've been getting quite a few of you all saying that you like my locks. And actually, what these are not, they are crochet braids, considered crochet locks. But because my hair is very short, those of y'all who watch my videos, you see me, I'm in so many different outfits and things. But my own natural hair is very short. And so when I do my crochet braids, I do the rubber band method. The rubber band method is you center off, and this is not a hair tutorial. I'm just explaining to you all how I did it because quite a few of you all have been telling me, I like your hair, girl. And so I'm just explaining it to you. But you buy the locks, of course, and you have your latch hook and everything. And the way that my hair is, I just put a rubber band around, I section my hair, rubber band it, a black rubber band, and then crochet in each section. So each one is an individual rubber band. It's called the rubber band method. And it works really well, especially if you are a person with short hair, or you don't want to have, you want to control more so the thickness of how your hair looks. But I'm not here to do a hair tutorial. But I'm going to get my makeup done. Kids are home from school today because it is first day of summer break. I'm happy now. However, in another 2 weeks, I will be cursing the day that school got out and asking myself when the school began. But anyway, is this the right one? Okay, so I'm putting on my foundation. But what I want to talk to you all about, moms, and welcome. Again, hey you all, hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. And also hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel, Confessions of Mommy, and the notification bell so you can be notified of other videos. But I wanted to talk to you all about being transparent with your children. And the reason I thought about it, I think about it a lot. I always say to myself, if you ever want to, and this is just me, but if you ever want to feel like you're failing every day of your life, be a parent. Because you will question yourself. I don't care if you're the most positive person on the planet. There will arise situations as you parent. I don't care if the child is young up until you close your eyes and leave this earth. You're always going to say to yourself, God, am I doing everything right? Am I doing what I need to do? So, especially being a woman and a mother, I don't know if you fathers, if you men go through the same thing. Write it in your comments, and let me know if you all go through that. I don't know. I can only go by what I see my husband. It seems like my husband, and I don't know if it's his temperament or just men in general, he's more chill. He does not worry as much. He is like my yin to my yang, and it's just like, okay, well, I'm running around here crazy, anxious, and a nut. He's calm, cool, and collected. Second of all, before I even go any further, I want to apologize. I have had only one person tell me that I shouldn't do videos and pictures in my bathroom, but this is where I do my makeup, and this is my channel. And if it bothers you, I do apologize. But the beautiful thing about social media is you have control over what you view. But I appreciate your comments, though. But anyway, so I was thinking about how, as we parent, we need to be transparent as a parent. When I say transparent, I don't mean that we tell our children everything and they know all our business, because things have to be age appropriate for our children. If you have a 6 and a 10-year-old, certain things they don't need to know. However, you have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, there are things they do need to know. And so today, the reason I started thinking about this, every morning when I wake up, I say, God, please give me the patience, because I don't always have patience with my children. I'm going to be honest and transparent with you. And quite frankly, they get on my nerves. And I know, again, some of y'all might be saying, dang, Angela, why are you saying that? Because it's true. And if you be honest with yourself, your kids get on your nerves too. Quite frankly, you probably don't even like children. And the only reason you like yours is because you birthed them or you adopted them and they're yours. You understand what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, most people, I don't want to say because I don't know the statistical analysis or data, but most people really are not like, well, I love children. Everybody's kids. I don't love. I love my children, and I'll die for them. However, if you would have asked me 20 or 30 years ago, what is the one thing you just are living for, I wouldn't have been like, oh, so I could have 2 kids that want to talk back to me, tell me what I'm doing, Let me tell you what my 10-year-old told me the other day. Let me take another swig. Coffee. Too early for wine. I'm a lady. I don't drink until after 5. But anyway, my 10-year-old, 10 and a half year olds, and I'm thinking I'm looking okay. You understand what I'm saying? I know I'm not Buffy the Body and any, with the banging bod, but I'm thinking I'm doing okay. And so my 11-year-old, I had on my tight yoga pants because I was going to exercise. She's like, Mom, you know what your butt looks like in those pants? And I'm like, and clearly knowing my oldest, I knew it wasn't going to be a compliment. Like, I totally knew it wasn't, right? But I wasn't prepared for this. So she tells me, your butt looks like you're modeling for, you are the after picture for butt implants gone wrong. I'm like, what? She's like, you're the poster child for, like, if someone had butt implants. And I said, first of all, I don't have butt implants. She said, I know, and that's why it's really bad. And then she started, like, shifting my butt, like, it's, like, round and square, and it just, And I was like, shut up. Get in the car, but I had to laugh because it was so freaking funny because I never thought of it like that, but anyway. So this morning, the point of being transparent for our children is this morning, as usual, they home from school and they working my last nerves, and so they started crying and fussing and stuff. Not crying. The oldest was fussing with the youngest. The youngest gets mad, starts crying. And so me and my impatience and my anxiety kicking in and thinking, dang, I got 2.5 months of this foolishness. I just snapped and I was like, y'all gonna have to shut up. Y'all gonna have to shut up. I don't want to hear it. Now my oldest, I think she's used to my insanity. And she knows, Mom's working on it. Her bark is worse than her bite. But the youngest, she's very sensitive. And so the youngest started crying. And I know, and I was like, you know what, my response was not the best for what their infraction was. Like, it could have totally been better. It didn't want me yelling at them. And so I said to myself, and I did the one thing that a lot of parents don't do, or especially old school parents didn't do, and that is I apologized. I did not apologize for what I said because I meant that y'all need to shut up. But I apologize for how I said it because I didn't have to come hard like that. You understand? And so that's where we as parents, and I'm talking to us, moms too, particularly, we have to be able to say, you know what, Mommy messed up, Mom's human. Because if we do that, it teaches us 2 things. One is it teaches our children that it's okay to fall and to make a mistake. And if you hurt and offend, you must ask for forgiveness and apologize. And it shows them that you're human. I can count on maybe one hand the number of times that my parents, particularly my dad, because he was more of the disciplinarian than my mom, it definitely was a balance. My mother was the nurturing, and my dad was sort of like the drill sergeant, parent or whatever. But so my parents never, most of them time, old school parents didn't say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Now maybe some did, but I know mine didn't. And there are a lot of you were raised by old school parents. I'm 48, so my parents are, 80 and up. And so old school ways, parents, particularly African-American parents, was not sitting there on their child's bed apologizing for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And so I just thank God for new knowledge about raising our children and just information. But I say all that to say this, parents, it's not a sign of weakness or that you're not a good parent if you recognize you made a mistake and you go to your children humbly and you apologize, because it teaches them that, okay, if I fall, Mom fell and she was able to admit it and move on, I can do the same thing. It also helps you develop a better relationship with your children, a real relationship, because you're not just they see you as the authoritarian. A lot of times when you have someone in authority, you just assume that they know everything and they're getting everything right. And that is not the case. Unfortunately, that trickles over into sometimes in your jobs. Some of you think your boss, because he or she is the boss, that they don't make mistakes. Many of you have fallen to paraded that lie when it comes to the church. Some of you look at your pastors or bishops or ministers and you think that they are above because because you're a leader doesn't mean that you're always right. You're still a human being. And so I think our children need to see that as well. So what is my takeaway for this video besides I'm doing a really rush job on this makeup? The takeaway is to be a parent means to be transparent. I don't lie to my children. That's not true. I just lied to you, and I do lie to them. But when it comes to truly matters of the heart and what's important about, and particularly about my life, I try to give them at 100. My children know that I was married before. They know that I made a mistake. Why? Because again, they have to grow up knowing that they are not going to be perfect. I believe that children already, because most children want to please their parent, so they'll do things that they think mom and dad are going to want. And then you find yourself, I call it the robot syndrome. You're just existing and living through life to please others. And before you know it, you're a 48-year-old woman or man that doesn't know how to please yourself or make yourself happy because you spent a collective years of your life trying to make everyone else happy. Oh, did I just preach my own story? I did. But so anywho, that's where I was this morning when I was talking to you, when I was talking about being transparent as a parent. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it teaches you to be humble. See, some of you don't even want to have a relationship not deep enough to say to your children, I'm sorry, because it takes admitting that you're wrong. And for some, it's hard as a parent to admit that you're wrong. I don't subscribe to the idea that I said it and you just do it. Because it doesn't teach our children how to think on their own or makes them feel some kind of way. And again, if you have made those mistakes it's never too late for you to come back to your children and say, you know what, guys, mommy needs to talk to you. I was wrong when I yelled at you. And also, this is definitely important. When I sometimes may talk crazy or slick to my husband in front of the kids, after the Lord convicts me, I talk to the children. I apologize to Larry in front of the kids because I want the children to see conflict resolution. I want the children to see that, look, mommy made a grave mistake. She made a horrible mistake, and I recognize it, and I should not have disrespected dad that way, and I apologize. Forgive me, I don't teach them to say, I'm sorry, because I don't like to confess you're sorry. You're not sorry. You say, forgive me, or if I've wronged you, but all that, I'm sorry, I hate hearing that, because I don't like sorry people. You understand what I'm saying? I can't stand a sorry person. But, and that's what you have to do, and that helps with the relationship. It helps you a great deal, where you're not feeling like, damn, I'm failing all the time with these kids. No, mommy makes mistakes, and they know that. They'll see, look, my mom, she makes mistakes, but she's not too proud to admit that she made a mistake. And that's the beauty of it. When you can go to your children and recognize the mistake and then correct it, that's a powerful tool. It is so much to this parenting thing, isn't it? I mean, really, it is. It's a hell of a job. That's the only way I can say it. It is the hardest job I've ever had. It has left me the most mentally drained that I've ever been in my natural born life. And it has helped me to see myself, my issues, my scars, areas where I need to heal and be healed, where I need to run to the therapist, And the beautiful thing is, we don't have to beat ourselves up about our mistakes with them. And so I said all that. Hope I'm looking like now I've been risen from the dead. But my whole point is this, parents, moms especially, as a parent, try to be transparent with your kids. And I think you'll be blessed for it, because they will see, it softens their heart. It really does. I mean, just think about how you would have felt had mom or dad said to you, you know what, Stacy, mommy was wrong. I was wrong to not believe you. I was wrong. Sometimes children would say, Mom, I didn't do it. But if the teacher said, some parents used to always believe the teachers. I think now we've learned that no, we have to take each situation case by case. because some of these teachers are just as cruddy and crazy as anybody else. They're human beings in the profession. That doesn't make them perfect. But when I was growing up, parents didn't even hear what we had to say. It was like, hey, the teacher said you was talking in class. And sometimes I wasn't even talking, you know. But parents always took the teacher's side. Now what I do, I listen out, and I try to get to the root of it. Because if you're in a classroom with 20 other students or 24 or 5 other students as a teacher, sometimes out the corner or the peripheral of your eye, yeah, you might think that Johnny was the one who threw the eraser across the room, but really it was Sally, you know? So that's just where I am. Thank you again for tuning into my channel. I do apologize that I'm doing my makeup and carrying on in front of you. But hope to talk to you soon. Be blessed. Bye-bye.